This dude rules.
Oh, that's a Horizon.
Spiro.
I love that guitar.
That's dude. Yeah. Oh my god.
Fuck.
Oh! And we're rolling. Episode 2.
Hey, hi.
I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
I know. It is good to see you.
We're
So
be
good to
honest with
see
you guys. We just recorded an episode and we're doing another one.
You look taller and older.
I look taller and older.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. You know, someone that did at work told me that I need Botox. Like they looked at me and they said, "Oh, you could use it."
Was it a female? Or
It was a female. And you know, she was looking at me like this. You can use it.
Oh my god.
And I go, I mean, if I'm gonna look like that.
I mean, prior to coming here, I was watching Selling Sunset with my girlfriend.
Dude.
Yeah.
We should
Quite
get
a bit of
together and
that,
watch
actually.
shows. Amanda's probably watching it right now.
Yeah?
Oh,
She's a big
yeah.
fan of that?
Dude, listen. She works so freaking hard that when she turns on the TV, her mind has been going so hard at her work that she just wants to melt every brain cell.
Sure, yeah.
You
I
know?
understand that. Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's like you miss all the daytime TV, right? Like all the courtroom shows. So, yeah, I can see how that would be like very, very soothing.
Dude.
And I'm always curious, like when we're watching this show tonight, this Selling Sunset, I can't tell if like my girlfriend just thinks it's ridiculous or if it's, you know, she thinks these people are cool. So I think once I watch it tomorrow with her, I'll probably have a more keen understanding of why, like what the entertainment value is for her. But yeah, very much a lot of the
Please keep
expression
us,
you just did.
Yeah, please keep us updated.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so the Botox works. I'll give you that.
Sure, yeah.
But dude, oof.
I'm so like, I don't know how any of that things, like I actually have a cousin who has a med spa where she does those sort of things, but I mean, I would have no idea.
You'd go in there and you'd be like, what? Needles go where?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't think I want that.
Definitely don't want that. But dude, but something I want to talk about. So a couple weeks back, I was going to fly out to Detroit. Okay. This is my story. And this is going to be an old man rant. So buckle up, like get some popcorn, this ruffles feathers. Okay. So I'm getting ready to go, or I haven't bought tickets to Detroit yet because it's contingent upon me going to a show. It was the Black Dahlia murder. Okay. It was Trevor's remembrance show, right? Rest in peace, rest in power. And I wanted to go because they're from Detroit.
Yeah.
You know, and I figured it'd be great. You know, I'm a huge Brandon Ellis fan. I love Ryan Knight, all that stuff, just all around.
Yeah.
I wanted to go check them out. And I think it was their first like big show ever since.
I think since like they had the other guitarists
I think so.
on vocals, right? So.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was their first show back since Trevor passing.
Yeah, big deal.
Yeah. Right? And so, like, I go to look up tickets, man. And I knew pre-sale in, like, when they first went on sale, they were like, I think they're like 30, maybe no more than like $50.
Yeah.
I go 3 weeks out trying to look at these tickets, and they're $400 for, like, a venue, man.
Yeah.
Like, a show venue. Like, I'm not going to see them at the Pepsi Center or, you know. And it's like, it got me thinking, dude, like, and I've seen it more and more happening. Like, people it's like people sit in their basements to have businesses buying up tickets.
Yeah.
To rip people off in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully that becomes outlawed, but.
Like, do you think there's any way in, like, stopping it?
I don't know. I mean, everybody blamed Ticketmaster for doing that, and then StubHub, and I think they got sued or something over something like that. I might be misspeaking about this, but yeah,
well,
I think that was the deal. Is they were doing something kind of naughty behind the scenes, but yeah, I agree. I mean, when you look at a ticket, you're like, okay, $20, and then by the end, I mean, some of the fees they put, it's just like
ridiculous.
My favorite one is the delivery fee, right? It's like you're emailing it.
Oh, for
me.
like an online ticket?
Yeah, because I think they get charged to send it to Axis or something.
Well, dude, you'll buy a ticket and it'll say, okay, this is $29. And then you get to checkout and it's like, oh, $45. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Dude?
And like I saw a show at so for people who don't know, we're in Colorado. So we have Red Rocks and we have another venue called Fiddler's Green, which is also outdoors. So I went and saw a show there, and I hadn't really used that Axis app a whole lot, but I bought a ticket and then they sent it to my email and I had a barcode and everything. But when I get to the gentleman who's got to scan it, he's like, well, I need open up your Axis app and then I'll scan it in there. I'm like, I gotta tell you, man, like that's gonna take me like 20 minutes to do that now. And he's like, yeah, we have to have it. I'm like, I have the ticket right here. He's like, you're not getting in without it.
Without the app?
Yeah, it's just so much of a hassle. And I think a lot of that's kind of worked out now. But in terms of it being overpriced, no.
I think I'm going to Bellwitch in November, which you should come to.
Yeah. Maybe we'll bring this whole setup.
We'll bring this whole setup. We'll just park in the middle of the street in Denver and do this because this takes priority.
Yeah, we'll get a press badge
and everything. Yep.
Yeah, I think if we just like laminate ones, like the police.
I mean, I think half the people in Denver live on the street anyway, so they'd be like, "What's going on here?"
It's pretty cool, yeah.
So, but
can't shut us down.
Dude, now that you're telling me this, I'm pretty sure I bought my tickets pre-sale through. You said Axis?
Axis, yeah.
And I think I had to go through the app and do all this stuff and like sign up for all these promotions and shit. It's like it's a trap. You can't, dude, you no longer can just go to Independent Records and be like, hey, give me 2 Trivium tickets.
Right.
And they'll be like, okay, you little piece of shit, here you go. And there was 2 cents in tax.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I remember it being much simpler. I remember being less frustrated.
Remember hard tickets? Remember actual tickets?
Yeah. I used to have them framed.
Dude, I have a whole shoebox full of them.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I think about that too. There's just nothing that has that sentimental value anymore.
Nope,
It's an email and cool. I'll never look at that again.
It's like, yeah, I'll never. And then at one point we were printing out tickets. You remember printing out tickets?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, of course.
Here's my ticket.
Yeah,
here's
I have it right. Let me just.
Like, it's all fucked up. You like pull it out, like can't scan it. Well, that's because I had it folded in 12, and it was like under my gooch. So
yeah, and I carried it around high school all day.
Yeah,
everybody where I was going.
Dude, I'm going up to Denver tonight. Yeah,
that's so funny. Yeah, I would say that's been like a huge hurdle for me when I want to go to a show because. You know, if I want to take a friend or whatever, I'm like, okay, this is going to cost me $100. And it's like, usually I only want to see 1 or 2 of the bands. So,
and I remember I'd buy a couple tickets back in the day because I knew someone would go. Like there was but now I'm not going to do that because holy shit, if hey, John, you want to go see, Thy Art Is Murder for fucking $100? They'd be like. It's like you're asking them to fucking help you move.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we got fucking plans.
Yeah. You
know?
I got to head to Pueblo. I'm sorry.
I'm going to head to Pueblo. Yeah. I got a business engagement in Pueblo.
I got to pick up 6 mattresses, man. I'm really busy. Yeah. I mean, especially during COVID, too, I think is when that really, really kicked off as far as like ticket prices going through the roof because even at venues you'd go to and they had everything partitioned off, right? You couldn't stand at this area of the building or whatever. And that's, their own local policies and whatever, but
right.
I remember there's the Summit, I believe, up in Denver, and I haven't been there in a while, so I don't know if they're still doing this, but the upstairs you could just walk up there.
Oh, that's right.
And then I took somebody there and I was like, cool, no one's up on the upper level, let's just go up there to the balcony.
There's no way they do that now.
Yeah, so I go to walk up there and this guy's got an iPad, so I already knew this is going to be fucked up.
Nice.
And
this motherfucker had the iPad.
Yeah,
he didn't have a clipboard. He had a multifunctional step up in technology.
Yeah, I knew this whole
for
situation.
keeping your ass poor, dude. Yeah. Go down to the lower level, you surf.
Yeah, he's like, what can I do for you? And I was like, well, we just want to go upstairs. He's like, oh yeah, that's $40 a person. I remember him saying that, $40 a person. I'm like, for what? He's like, that's considered VIP now. So they're commoditizing areas of the venue. Okay. I'm like, okay, this is.
So, dude,
beyond silly.
This is my overall gripe with it, dude. Like, who loves these bands?
Yeah.
Who actually loves these bands? I'm not gatekeeping. Who loves these bands, dude? It's these grassroots kids and, people that discover the bands.
Yeah.
Nobody can afford that.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about people who work a regular 9 to 5. I mean,
Yeah, that love music for what it is and not want to go to a show after work, or like a couple kids scrounging some money together to go see their favorite band. Like that, there's no way.
And I think there's a big deal too with like merch too, and how much bands are not making off of that too. So I think there's just like this kind of push and shove there where they have to raise their prices because, I mean, they are the ones leaving their families, driving around the country, playing shows that we can't afford to go to. And then, they have to come home with something or else that never happens again.
Dude.
And especially if it's mismanaged, or look how many times you go on social media and you see, hey, here's a GoFundMe because this band, that everything got broken into and all their shit stolen, right? I mean, insurance really isn't going to cover a whole lot of that. And even if it does, how soon are they going to get it back?
Dude, I've seen a couple bands like with GoFundMe's for like cancer stuff. I think I saw a post for that recently. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, doing stuff for like, because I mean, these people can't live, and if the ticket prices are so high, like obviously they're trying to make up for something. And my buddy David Dempsey said something about merch. I think it was him. Said something about merch, and like, is it like they're not basically these bands aren't making any money, or they're getting? Oh wait, it's like the venue's
taking
money,
a huge cut,
which is ridiculous because they're providing a fucking space.
But I think a lot of people they don't know that part of it, so they hate the band immediately. Like, well, me blame you. This shirt's $40. You should make it 20. Well, then the band's like, well, we're actually losing money then.
Yeah, like we're literally using this for like, I'm sure bands used to make money on merch. Now they're solely using it for just like advertising. It's like cars.
Yeah.
Like car dealerships and car brands pour millions of dollars, if not billions, into ads, but they don't ever recoup that.
No, not at all.
Just every other brand does that, so they have to do it.
The other thing too is there's a lot of bands that, like, right when COVID kicked off, they were starting some sort of international tour. So they bring themselves, all their gear, everything to another country, and then that country's like, hey, you have to leave now. So all that money that they owed all the people, at promoters, anybody at the venue, I mean, that doesn't just go away.
Damn.
So there's a lot of bands that, like, I think even like Justice for the Damned is, I think, a pretty good example. I think they were supposed to come over here years ago, and then that happened, and then they couldn't. And I don't know if there was like a real financial burden. I'm not really certain on that, but I know they didn't come back for however long.
Dude.
But imagine that, like, it's you're finally good enough that a band is willing to take a risk, a financial risk, bringing you somewhere, and then you get there, and that country is like, you need to leave now or you're going to be stuck here. And then, like, your whole dream is kind of just ripped out.
Hey, they're trying to come to America, he said?
Yeah.
Yeah? Hey, freedom isn't free.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was
No,
getting
I'm
at.
just kidding.
Yeah.
I need all you bands to come to America because generally you guys rule. So, but yeah, so I mean, I think there's some shady stuff going on, really. I mean, people can't afford to go to shows.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a good job, and it's like sometimes I look at the tickets, I'm like, I'm not, because you're right. I generally want to see like two of the bands.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not paying this inflated cost for.
Yeah. I can't like just do it at the drop of a hat like I could before.
Right.
And especially, I mean, not even just like metal bands, but if somebody's like, hey, let's go to Red Rocks, like I really do have to think about it because I'm like, okay, groceries for the week or,
dude,
3 hours of entertainment.
Do I need to dip into my savings just to go, get someone else's sweat on me?
Yeah.
That was always the best part, though.
Yeah.
You get done with the show and you'd be like, I am so sweaty and half of this ain't mine.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can never wear these clothes again. Yeah.
Dude, I have a show shirt. And my wife always wants me to throw it out, but I refuse.
What is
it's like tore up. It's gross. It's like, it's such old cotton that it's like sandpaper. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
it's like not even comfy to wear.
Not even comfy. And it's just an old Black Dahlia Murder Deflorate shirt. And it's black. Cool. And it's just like half of it's gone.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm not going to get my new Entomb shirt all messed
which
up,
is rad.
Yeah. Shout out to Cool Shirts. I got this off of a guy on Instagram. He makes all these prints himself. He does Entombed, Morbid Angel. He does a bunch of R&B and rap artists.
I'm a big fan because it looks very distressed. I would not.
Yeah. He kind of distresses it, and he does the tie-dye thing.
Yeah.
And this was This is like it's got the green on it. The Morbid Angel one that he makes is fantastic. He was just out.
Oh, cool. I like that one.
Go check him out. I will put, I'll put his information in the show notes or below. So you can go check him out and buy all of his stuff and make him a millionaire, okay? Because he deserves it. People helping people.
Is Def Flirt your favorite Black Dahlia album?
No. One of my favorite Black Dahlia album is Nightbringers.
Oh, okay.
And it's one of my favorite albums of all time. I would put it in the top 5.
Interesting. Okay.
Reason being is, like, dude, the Black Dahlia Murder has always been a great band, starting with Unhallowed, all that stuff.
Yeah.
This is obviously opinion. Please argue if you dare. They've been great, and I think they got better with every album.
Yeah.
And then not only did they get better, they started adding new members, which were greater.
And they got Brandon.
They got
Ellis.
Ryan Knight. Yeah, they got Ryan Knight, and then after Ryan Knight and Brandon Ellis both came from Arsis. So Arsis is kind of like the farm team for the Black Dahlia Murder.
Okay, yeah.
It's like, just take our guitarists.
And now they have both of them.
And now they have both.
Which is insane.
Nightbringers was Brandon Ellis' first album, and I just think, dude, that was like the culmination of musicianship from the band.
Yeah.
I think they were just firing on all cylinders. Like, Brandon's guitar playing is phenomenal. It actually kind of got me back into playing.
Yeah.
So, that's my favorite.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite if you had to choose?
I would say Def Flirt.
Def Flirt?
Yeah. And that's when I first realized that all of their albums are 3-syllable names.
Def Flirt,
Verminous, Unhallowed, Nightbringers,
Miasma. Yeah.
Miasma, they're all 3. And like,
wow.
there used to be like some like weird
Verminous,
Black Dahlia subculture.
Really?
Called the Blasphemes.
The Blasphemes?
Yeah, and
I never even heard of this.
I got on like one of their subreddits, and I was like, "Has anybody ever like figured this out?" And like, no one's really.
Hey, Blasphemes, let us know what you're all about, please.
Yeah.
Tell us in the comments.
Yeah.
But also, don't spam our shit.
Yeah. And like a way, maybe I don't want to know
because if you said it's a Reddit thing,
I don't know. Like, I don't know like who they were.
These guys are fucking lurkers. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, I don't even know if it's a thing anymore. But I had a friend who was like a huge Black Dahlia fan. I mean, I've always really liked them too.
Yeah.
Like, he knew everything about everyone.
I mean, hardest working band in death metal, arguably, dude. They pump out, and they've been around forever.
Yeah.
They even like survived, I guess, and kind of like stayed the course during the whole like scene thing.
Yeah,
like they were popping even then, man.
I saw them at one of the last like Warped tours.
Oh, they're on a Warped tour?
I think it's actually the show that I saw them at is in their Fool 'Em All like tour documentary. When he's like, Trevor's like, it's death metal.
Yeah.
Learn about it because that right before them, I See Stars played and like some of these other.
Oh my gosh!
Like
I remember
scene
that
bands,
band, dude.
Everybody. I just remember standing there because I only came there to see them and Volumes, who like their show got fucked up too.
Really?
But I remember seeing them there, and all these kids are just like, "What even is this? Like, what am I watching?
Really?
What the hell is even that?" Yeah,
man. Dang. No, they're one of my faves, man. Just because of constant. Their product's good throughout the years. I think it's just maintained, and then they get better and better. And now, I mean, they have like 2 fantastic. Like, they are a band with like some of the greatest guitarists. Like, period. Ryan Knight and Brandon. So. They're doing good.
It was Nocturnal was before Def Flirt, right?
Nocturnal was before Def Flirt, yeah,
and I think that's why I like Def Flirt so much because I feel like it's so much different and
it is
so many of the riffs in there, especially in the like I Will Return, like the chorus riff is like so. It's not even like extremely fast. But I just love the way it sounds. Like I've just never heard something like that before.
Yeah, no, it's great. And I mean, they do a lot of like they have death metal roots, but then they expand a little bit, but then they also don't get too crafty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they stay in a groove, but it's fresh every time.
Yeah, and that was Ryan Knight's like some of his best playing, and I felt he
was playing a Genesis,
that guy,
a red Genesis in the Necropolis video.
Oh right, yeah, and that
Low-key.
guitar.
That's why I bought it. I mean, come on.
You grow your hair out just like him.
I needed reasons to buy it because I told my wife I was going to buy it, and she's like, "Why do you need this?" And I was like,
"You just showed her the music video."
I was like, "Ryan Knight played it, and
they're in like a bowling alley."
Yeah, they're in a bowling alley. I was like, "Well, just watch this video." And while she was watching it, I bought it. So. Distract your wife, and then you can buy whatever you want.
Good compromise.
Rough couple months after that, but just kidding. But okay, we got a question.
Let's hear it.
And I already know what it is. It's from Instagram. I remember it. This guy asked, he goes, granted, I'm not going to get it perfect, but he said, in the age of ChatGPT, do you think bands are going to start using it to write lyrics?
Oh, I just saw a tweet yesterday about Ice Cube saying it's like the devil or something.
Really?
He hates it. And I mean, probably, but I don't feel like that's like the most advanced purpose for that application. I mean,
True.
it's cool, but it's also like when you're writing lyrics, there's also the element of like how that flows to the song. So I guess like, yeah, you could do it, but I think, I mean, I'm just speculating, but you'd probably run into the same thing you run into with sampled drums, where when someone listens to it, who knows the difference, they're immediately like, yeah, that's sampled. I mean, a lot of times it's hard to really distinguish between the two, like to really discern. For me, it's the velocity of drums, right? So I feel like that would be like the peaks and lows of how the lyric is constructed against the song.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if AI can really figure that out, cool.
Right.
I mean,
yeah. Okay, back to the question, I guess. So you think maybe not?
yeah.
I don't mean to like put you in a box.
No.
You know, you're
guess I
a
just
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
You know, conspirator. I don't think that. I think people that make lyrics are or can be maybe a little narcissistic.
Sure, yeah.
And I don't think they're going to use a software to do it.
Yeah.
Generally, I think that they hang. Narcissistic might not be the right word, but I think they hang their hat on the fact that they're lyricists, and that their mind can come up with these things. Well, can ChatGPT write the next hot death metal song? I don't know, because I don't know if it's willing to navigate like eviscerated guts and eyeballs falling out.
Right. Yeah.
So ChatGPT, write me a detailed. This is how ChatGPT is going to write a death metal song. Hey, ChatGPT, please write me a detailed encounter on how to slaughter a goat, how to slaughter a goat and hang its asshole from my neck. And then ChatGPT is going to say, okay.
Here you go.
And then it's gonna walk you through the wildlife, fish and wildlife, how to hunt and dress a deer.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's what it's gonna do.
That route.
And then you know what?
That is not what I thought
And
you were
you're
going
gonna
to say.
do.
Actually, none of what you just said is what I thought you were going to say.
You know what? Once it pumps that out, it's gonna make a death metal song, and I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna love it.
Sure.
But I'm gonna talk shit about it.
Big time. Yeah, no, I think that's yeah, I feel like that really.
Did that sum it up pretty good?
Yeah, that was a lot.
That was a lot to kind of.
Yeah, but I think
y'all just simmer on that for a second.
I think having AI do something like that just sort of takes away from the creative prowess of the person making it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're into things that are sampled and you don't care if it came out of a real human's mouth,
right,
with real human vocal cords, then I guess, if that breeds a following, then yeah, it'll take over.
And I guess how is that any different than like getting something edited from a third party?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you mind checking out this essay or these lyrics to make sure they make sense,
Yeah.
So
that's probably.
Do I think they're going to use it? Maybe in the future. But then again, I guess does it really matter? What do you guys think? Would you not listen to a song if ChatGPT was like writing the lyrics? We'd like to know.
And actually, now I'm thinking about it, somebody did it with like a Drake song recently, didn't they?
Oh, okay.
And it was somewhat difficult to distinguish between.
Was it? Oh, yeah. And with the actual audio?
Yeah, I didn't listen to it. I just saw somebody. I was on Reddit as well, but somebody was talking about that and just how like that can become. I mean, there's intellectual property involved there, right? It's all copyright infringement. So, in doing so and replicating someone's voice, like you've heard some of these AI generators that they do with like Joe Biden and Trump talking and all that stuff. So like,
and you can like kind of pick them out, but
they're
pretty close. Like if you actually didn't prime me
Yeah.
that it was.
Listen to this, man. Isn't this crazy?
Like, oh, okay.
Can you believe he said this?
Yeah, I'd be like, well, with Trump, I'd be like, oh, he really said that. Oh, he said it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.
I'd be like,
yeah.
oh, okay.
Standard.
Nothing new.
Yeah.
Like, can you believe he said this? I'd say, yes.
Yeah. Like, I didn't
And then I would just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So ChatGPT, let's be real. We're probably going to be talking about ChatGPT and AI for a while now. So
Yeah.
we're going to, yeah, that's what I think of that. But so let's see. I think it's about time that we check out some shredders.
Yeah.
And
Let's see it. I want to hear
riffmeisters. What do you think?
Yeah. Let's do it.
So this is a segment we like to do where we like to highlight just some shredders from like Instagram and stuff and riffers that are kind of not as well known. And we do that in hopes of kind of getting them some notoriety. And also, if you have any idea of like shredders or stuff that you want to show us, send them our way. Send it to Phase Splitter Pod on Instagram. Or you could send it to my Instagram, Nick X Guitar, or
Matthew Monty.
If you really want to get someone some notoriety.
Maybe I'll change it to Monty X Guitar.
Yeah, because everybody deserves a little bit of help,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
we're trying to grow the community, dude.
Yeah, and I just like watching him anyway.
Yeah.
That's like pretty much all I use social media for.
Really, seriously, like I make videos, but I don't engage too much with it. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I like this, I like
Yeah.
this, I like this, and then I realize what I really want to buy, and then I'm like, fuck, and then I buy it, and then it's like, here's the algorithm. Do you want this? Do you want that? And then before I know it, I'm in a fucking cold immersion tub, dying in the morning. Yeah, so I've been doing that. More to follow on that. Ooh. Okay, this guy actually does have kind of a following, and it's. The reason I want to highlight him is because this dude does a ton of stuff. Like he does a bunch of riffs. He does a bunch of. I think he might even have his own plugins, or he tests a bunch of plugins.
Okay.
Either way, this guy's I think his name's Drew. Very prog type guy. But he's awesome.
Oh, I have seen this
guy.
Yeah.
Very animated.
Yeah, I fucked with this. This is really cool. That's insane. He's just gonna snap it in half. I don't want it to end. Yeah.
The hardtail dude.
Yeah, that's rad. I really like that guitar too.
Any telly, man. I'm with any telly. Okay.
Yep.
Definitely like that guy.
Yeah.
What do you like about that?
I really like actually just how some of those chugs sound.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like the harmonics, all that stuff too, but I mean, I like just hardcore bands, and you can definitely really grab my attention with things like that.
All right. So I was a good pick, huh?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I gotcha. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. Okay.
Absolutely. And I also really like that. I thought he was going to break that instrument.
Seriously,
so,
dude.
Yeah. That definitely added
Dude, that guy is always like
into it, huh? Yeah.
But I mean, that's his brand. His brand is an open mouth. So okay, moving on. Next, Riffmeister. This guy kind of has some following, but I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Oh, this is Oh, okay. We're just gonna bring this one up, just because we want when you get that first sip of alcohol.
Yeah. That's my favorite part, is the guy that takes off running.
You sent me this. Not necessarily a Riffmeister, but
yeah.
child. Ooh, child. It sounds like there's a breakdown in the background.
Yeah, I can hear something.
So we'll qualify this as Riffmeister.
Yeah, this
Go
is
ahead.
So
I just really love that video.
Dude,
like in any way that someone
you
manipulates
sent
it.
that to me. My brother sent that to me, and then another dude sent that to me, and like within 10 minutes of each other.
Oh yeah,
Just algorithm.
Yeah.
Just,
We all know what you're gonna like, so.
dude. Dude, those are some dudes do shit like this, and they take these videos and they'll like do a riff over it.
Oh, and
you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes they make like breakdowns.
Yeah, they'll do.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Because it'll be just someone being like up there just preaching like,
Yeah. If that took off more, that could easily be my favorite genre of music. You know, like we'd be talking about instead of like
Church chugs,
favorite,
dude.
you know, Black Dahlia album. It's like, what's your favorite church?
What's your favorite born again chug?
Yeah, what got you into born again?
What got you into born again chug
gore?
metal? Oh, let me tell you, our father, our savior, and the prophet Joseph Smith.
Yeah.
I will knock on your door.
I'm really glad you had that there.
Right?
That's funny.
Okay. All right. So back on track. Let's check out some shredders. Okay, we checked out some good ones last time. Let's see what we got here. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Like I said, we don't have a production crew. We're doing this on the fly.
Yep.
So okay, this dude doesn't have a killer following. But I was watching him the other day, and this guy, it's literally like he doesn't have any problem playing guitar. Where when you see any of my videos, it's literally the 27th take.
Yeah.
I feel like this guy is like, you want me to play that?
Yeah.
Let's play it. This dude rules.
All right, that's a Horizon.
Spiro.
I love that guitar.
That's dude. Yeah. Oh my god.
Fuck. Yeah.
Oh. Dude, I'm
Wow.
following, but I'm not following.
Yeah.
Like, look at his picking hand. It doesn't. It's like nothing. Oh.
You know what I really like about him too is he reminds me a lot of Wes Howe, who's
Oh, yeah.
probably my favorite guitarist.
That's your guy.
And like I can hear anything Wes plays, and like I just know it's him. He just has these weird little things.
Yeah.
And I really like Wes's playing because it doesn't sound like a lot of people love Jason Richardson. I think he's amazing too.
Oh, sure.
But it's so much, right? It's like he's so good and
Like, you're talking about Jason?
yeah. Whereas like Wes is just such a smooth player, and like I don't need to hear a shit ton of notes like every 5 seconds. To me there's sophistication and simplicity.
Yep.
And this guy I think has all of that.
He has it all, man. And his transitions between everything are like fantastic,
Yeah.
dude. And they're creative. It's not just going from one octave to another, you know. Yeah, dude, you're right. I do hear a little bit of like Wes Hawk and stuff in him.
Yeah, especially there at the end.
But that's something to talk about too. Like, guitarists can do too much,
Yeah.
you know? Especially for a solo. Don't you think?
Yeah, for sure. Like I don't like it to drown out the song itself. Like when you hear a good solo, it's because it meshes so well. It doesn't need to be, you know, anything crazy. I'm trying to think of some off the top of my head that I really, really dig. Wes's band Alluvial has a song called 40 Stories.
Yeah.
And I really like the solo in that. And he still plays like some really fast parts in it, but I just love like the intonation, the way he plays it. Like even if I tried to learn that song, I never play it the way he can.
No.
He also does if anybody can find that video, but it's him just doing like a playthrough of some Seymour Duncan pedals. And he does a cover of I think it's called Sleepwalking by Santo and Johnny.
Damn.
And he plays it like he plays a solo note, but the way he plays it is so fucking sick.
Dude, I have to say that Sarcoma album.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Ugh.
It's so good. And
Dude.
I think Brandon Ellis is on that too.
Oh, he is.
He's on the
Sugar Paper.
Yeah.
You're right.
I listened to that on the way here.
No wonder I like it. Jeez.
And the reason I say I think so is because I heard the playing on it and I was like, that sounds like him.
Yeah.
And then
right.
Like, it's both of them. I can hear their playing and like I know exactly who's doing that.
Yeah, but Wes Hawk, man, is it Hawk? We'll call him West.
Yeah,
we'll call him Daddy West.
Yeah.
Old Daddy West.
Yeah.
All right. No, he's like I think he lays low, and I don't think he gets enough credit for sure.
I've seen him play like live with random bands.
Really?
Yeah, they just like have him as like a random fill-in.
Oh,
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I saw him with Loud as Murder. I think I saw him play. He has like guest solos with Periphery, like maybe one or two.
Dang.
And I think he came out and played it once. And even so that's a good one too. Like Mile Zero by Periphery, he has a guest solo on that.
Really?
Yeah, and then his song, I think it's Gabrielle. It's off that first Alluvial album, which has no vocals. I think it's called A Deep Longing for Annihilation.
Okay.
And that whole song is exactly what I'm talking about. Just
fire.
Yeah, it's just simple, and it's like twangy, and you can tell he has like these blues sort of influences. It's not just like shredding and going crazy. It's very much making it your own and being creative with it versus like, how insane can I make this?
Yeah.
And like back to like gatekeeping, you hear people like you see it in comments all the time, which is a horrible place to look for anything, but people just like shitting on the song like, oh, it doesn't have enough of this or this. And it doesn't have to have that to be this amazing song. It just needs to have, I don't know, just some sort of flavor to it, I guess. And yeah, people like to gatekeep that, like, oh, I only listen to math metal or all this other shit, and it's
math metal.
Okay,
like,
but
the
like
fucking Dillinger Escape Plan.
Yeah,
dude.
Right. Yeah.
I remember like trying to listen to that, like, how do I make sense of this? Yeah. Oh, you just fucking don't.
Yeah, like it's. I mean, I love that stuff. I mean, it's.
Right.
I like anything, but I don't.
Shout out to Dillinger Escape Plan.
Yeah, I don't proselytize it in a way that it's, oh, you have to listen to this or everything else is shit. I mean, I still can listen to. It's like Nickelback, man. Like people want to shit on that band so much, but that's how they get famous. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the way they play. I think it's like a sonically pleasing.
Dude, and they've hit like they appeal to their market. Like what? Yeah. It's not your market. Like that's and it's like there's another argument too. People always talk about how AC/DC, all the songs sound the same, which they do. Dude, G chord, roll with it. D chord, roll with it. E minor, roll with it. But the thing is, though, it's like every song sounds the same. Got it. Yeah. Did you write it? Right. Can you write it? Could you have written all of those albums and then hit that market the way they did?
Right.
It's like there's no fucking way, dude.
I think sometimes you just wonder, like, did they like making that song?
Yeah, did they like making did they like rewriting TNT 50,000 times? Sure. Yeah, I think they did. Yeah. I think Angus Young loved playing pentatonic the whole time.
Yeah.
And guess what? It fucking resonated with people, and now they're sitting pretty.
Yeah. Forever.
And it's good. It's like it's not my cup of tea, but it's good music. It's we're not listening to fucking Survivor. Like Survivor isn't like AC/DC level.
Yeah.
Eye of the Tiger is like the biggest spoof song ever. It's like, let's be real.
And I can't like say that I'm not guilty of that too, or in the past I've been, especially like when I really got into heavy music. I definitely wanted to like denounce other things that weren't that.
Yeah.
Like I listened
to Kiss isn't heavy, but even with all that makeup.
Yeah, it's just stupid. Or I'd like listen to Rammstein. I'm like, this is dumb. Whereas like now that band's like one of my favorites. Like it's relatively simple listening, but I mean,
and it's nostalgic.
Yeah, and they're
System
one of the
Down
biggest
for me,
bands
dude.
in the world. Yeah, exactly.
Do you like System of a Down? It's like, do you like? I had the question one time. Do you like new metal, like System of a Down? I'm like, you're fucking putting me in a corner, motherfucker.
Yeah,
do I like System of a Down? Yes. Yeah. I was, dude. My formative years, man.
Yeah, that's what I thought was cool. When I started getting
BO and pubes, dude, and I was just rocking Chop Suey, man. Y'all feel me, right?
That's when like they had an album called like "Steal This Album" or something. Do you remember that?
Yeah, on the cover. I think it was called "Steal This Album."
Yeah, I wasn't like a huge fan of theirs back in the day, but yeah, I remember seeing.
I remember Toxicity like changing my life, and then BYOB came out, and I was like, oh my god, what?
That was such a great time, like buying a CD.
Yeah, I remember buying a CD. Remember going to like
FYE or
FYE, dude. Yeah. FYE had everything.
Yeah,
or like Media Play.
They sold guitars there.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I remember going to like Media Play. There was a joint in town here, down on like North Academy.
Yeah. Like
right by the Citadel Mall, which you don't really want to go to, but. And it was called Entertain Mart. I don't think it was around when you first got here.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Dude.
I don't think
you
I
walk
would
in
go
there,
to
you just
it.
don't look at anybody. You just never looked at anybody. It's worse than Walmart. But because people in Walmart won't necessarily kill you. People in Entertain Mart, they're out for all that you own. Yeah. So you just walk in with a hoodie on, and they had trillions of CDs, and they're generally all used in pretty good condition. So I bought almost the whole Children of Bodom discography from one visit. And I remember like Something Wild, their first album was like $6.
Damn, okay.
And then I had the CD.
Yeah, you had it in your hand. Yeah. Like these things that you'd like, it's a moment in time for you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so much different having Spotify because it's hard for me a lot of times to appreciate anything when I have access to everything.
Right.
But yeah, the CD thing, man, for sure. I had one of my siblings dated a manager of FYE, and he would get all these like samples, and he'd just give them to me.
Oh,
it's like remember like that band Him back in the day.
Oh, dude, Him, Billy Velo.
Yeah.
Oh,
and like all the CKYs.
Shout out to all my friends growing up that were like, let's listen to Him.
Yeah, same here. I mean, all my friends will know exactly what I'm talking about.
I remember that, man. That guy was weird looking, man. He was like see-through.
Yeah. Those Finnish people. I mean, another Finnish band, right? Isn't that where?
Are they?
Yeah, that's where Children of Bodom's from.
Oh, yeah, that is where Bodom's from. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that was like such a huge thing. Whereas, I mean, now I don't have like no one buys a CD anymore.
No.
Do you even order one? I wouldn't even know where the fuck to buy one.
Dude, I don't know.
Does Walmart even sell them anymore?
I think they do. I don't know. I haven't seen a CD in forever.
Yeah. I do remember this. Buying them, though, if, like, my parents would take me to the mall.
Yeah.
And, you know, it had, like, the parental advisory thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'd always, like, grab it, show it to my dad, and I'd put my thumb over that.
Oh, nice.
And I'd be like, hey, can I get this? And he'd be like, yeah, that's all right. And then we get to the counter, and that's, like, the make or break, because, like, you didn't know if the guy behind the counter was going to be cool about it and not say something. Oh. And they'd be like, hey, do you know it has this on here? And then my dad would be like, did you know that was on there? I'm like, no, my thumb must have been covered.
Was on it, bro.
Just very
not
conveniently
purposely.
placed. Yeah.
Dude, I remember. Yeah. I think it was like my 13th birthday. I don't know. But I got a Blink-182 album. My parents bought it for me.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think they knew I liked him or whatever.
Well, how old were you, did you say?
I was probably 13.
Was it Enema of the State?
I mean, probably had to be. Oh, with the hot chick on it?
Yeah, with the syringe.
The syringe.
Oh, yeah,
the gloves.
Yeah.
Probably, right? Or take your pants off and jacket, one of the two. And then they got it for me. And they're like, oh, let's have a listen to it. They just want to listen to it with me. And then they just, like, they package it up, took it right back. They're like, you're not old enough. Yeah. And then I was like, I think I was like in 7th grade, I got a Metallica Metal Up Your Ass shirt. And I don't know how I got it. I think I got it from a cousin or something. Come home with it. And, you know, it lasted a while until, like, the next day. Yeah. I just couldn't stop wearing it.
That's hilarious.
And so I remember my parents. Oh, no, I bought it. I bought it at you know where. Hot Topic.
Of course, yeah.
And my parents were like, you got to take that back. I was like, fuck. So then I got it for my 32nd birthday.
Man, did it feel the same or did it not feel as dangerous?
Yeah, I felt validated. I felt like I overcame, you know, the tyranny of you know, parenthood.
Yeah.
Like they're all, you know, I don't care. Parents are just trying to get you down.
Yeah, and like all that does when they try to shelter you from that is just intensify your curiosity.
Yeah, it lasted almost 20 years.
That's it. Yeah, that's how it was for me, and that's probably why it's honestly a good thing. Like, there's certain things you shouldn't be desensitized to.
Yeah, of course.
Like blood and guts, all that stuff.
But a knife coming out of a toilet? Come on.
Yeah, this is cool. Dude. Yeah. Come on, Dad.
All right, let's check out one last one while I got a few minutes. This guy, I want to show him because he's actually rocking an Ormsby guitar.
Oh yeah,
you were
gonna buy one of those.
I was gonna buy one of these. An Ormsby guitar. I think they're made in Australia. This one is the Rusty Cooley signature model, but this guy does rip. So, this is Adkins Guitar Official. And so, do you know who Rusty Cooley is?
I have never seen this guy.
He, Rusty Cooley is like a ridiculously fast player. Like, just unreal. And this is his signature guitar.
Okay.
I think this thing has like 28, 29 frets.
Oh, it's like is it like an extended range guitar? Or is
it's
it just
definitely multi-scale for sure. And then it's got a trillion frets.
I've been on their site before, and
The body's like this long. Like the body is like this big.
Yeah.
You know, and then the horns come out and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
yeah. But this guy rips. No, yeah. The guitar's great. This guy rips. Dude shreds.
The one thing I'm always looking at when people are playing like this is like the inside picking techniques. Because I'm really, really bad at that, and that's why I miss notes so much.
That's economy picking straight up. That dude's barely picking.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, this is like worlds beyond my ability. So if you guys ever visit my social media, you'll see that I just
Matt's the riffmeister. Matt's the riffmeister.
Not like these cats.
Yeah, these cats. Well, I mean, these cats are,
they're just shredding, man.
Yeah, but that's about it. I'm glad we got to highlight some more guitarists today. As always, check out our social media at Phase Splitter Pod on Instagram, and then our Patreon at patreon.com/Phase Splitter Podcast, where you can check out some good ad-free content, and among other things, you guys get first dibs on any Phase Splitter merch. So yeah, those will be posted there. And then also your socials.
At Matthew Monty.
Instagram guy. And then the Phase Splitter Podcast Facebook page. So go check that out. And then thanks to all our sponsors. We will catch you next time.